Hello garden friends, and welcome to my channel, DK's Garden Oasis. I am Debbie. I'm a master gardener and butterfly raising hobbyist. In today's video, I'm going to be planting my spring bulbs. I have some snowdrops, tulips, and daffodils that I'll be planting today. I have many different varieties. At the end, I'll post a slide with your planting instructions. When I looked at the spring bulbs this year, 99% of them were different as far as double, fragrance, cut flowers, or unique. I purchased my bulbs from 4 suppliers: Longfield Gardens, Johnny Seeds, Holland Bulbs, and C&J Farms. That is Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, had talked about it on her YouTube channel, and her friend Jake gave us a great price on these daffodils and tulips. Make sure you stay till the end where I share an interesting folklore about a falling leaf. So like I said, I purchased from 4 suppliers, and I'm going to be planting them in different sections of my garden. The first place I planted was what I'm going to be calling my crabapple garden in the front, and the first ones are snowdrops. They're the first to pop up in my zone 5B around late February. They add some color after the dreary days of winter. Plant 3 inches deep, partial sun to partial shade, 2 to 3 inches apart. They're hardy from zones 3 to 8. I have some in my crabapple garden already on one side, and I planted those in a circular manner. I wanted it to look more like a cluster than a row of the snowdrops. I love the name. They're green and white clusters that pop up through the snow. Also in my crabapple garden, I planted Allison Bradley double tulips. Most of these were in quantities of 10, and this is a deep purple tulip with a double bloom. It is also called a peony tulip since they are large and resemble a peony blossom. Plant tulips 6 to 8 inches deep and 4 to 6 inches apart. They bloom early and are hardy to zones 3 to 7. In my front entryway garden, I planted Raspberry Sundae Blend. This one is definitely unique. It reminds you of an ice cream treat. The mix is tulips and allium, which has 5 ice cream double light tulips and 5 chameleon allium bulbs. The pink and green ice cream double tulips have a white center and looks beautiful paired with the white to pink allium. Late spring, early summer blooms. In my front yard garden, I planted tulips and daffodils. The first one is another unique one, bullseye tulips. These tulips are fully double green petals that are enhanced by a center of red petals that emerge to make a bullseye late blooming tulip. In that same garden, I planted elegant lily tulips. This mix will add vibrant colors of red, white, and yellow to your garden. The pointed petals add a unique texture and will stay open. Blooms mid-spring. I also have some daffodils that I planted that are directly behind it, and that I continued around the side with tulips and daffodils. I first planted a double tulip called the Cream Upstart tulip. They have long-lasting blooms that are great as a cut flower. This is also a peony type in pale yellow with a pink blush at the petals' edges. The colors intensify as the bloom matures. They bloom late spring. I alternated with Cheerfulness daffodils. Creamy white petal flecked in gold and a sweet scent. Late spring blooms. Next to the daffodil, I planted Ivory Floridale tulips. An elegant ivory bloom on long stems. They're a mid-spring bloomer. I also planted Gay Tabor daffodils. with a double flowered ivory petal that opens to reveal fiery orange frills and fragrant. They are mid-late spring bloomer. And finally, in my front yard garden, I planted Verona tulips. They are fragrant and peony-like, full bloom in soft ivory to pale primrose yellow, mid to late spring bloomer. In my side garden, which I'm now calling the bird and hummingbird lane, I planted daffodils. Last year I planted some daffodils and I'm continuing planting them around the rest of the flower bed. 25 are called a secret mix from C&J Farms. Then I'm excited to see what those will be. And the other 25 were also from C&J Farms. The first one is an heirloom daffodil called Golden Touquet. Multiple layers of bright yellow petals. It's an early bloomer. Then I have Obdam. A white ivory double daffodil that has a look of a camellia or a peony, scented and blooms in mid to late spring. Next up is Replete. A large fluffy bloom in shades of ivory and coral pink, mid-spring bloomer. Next is Tahiti. Another daffodil, double golden petal with vivid orange-red center, mid-spring bloomer. Finally, in bird and hummingbird lane, I planted the white lion. A large white petal surrounded a ruffled center of golden petals with a few white petals sprinkled in. Mid-spring bloomer. In my back garden, which I'll now be calling my sunken garden, I planted just tulips. Okay, we are going to plant our bulbs, spring bulbs, and this is what we're going to use. It's an auger that's going to be attached to a DeWalt 18-volt drill, and this says secure the twist and plant auger bit into a 3/8 inch or larger drill. It says to operate at slow speeds to prevent accidents. You don't want to twist your wrist. Drill hole to the same depth as your potted plant or follow bulb planting. So we need to go about 6 to 8 inches. About 6 inches for the tulips, and also you can plant 4-inch or 1-gallon pots with this as well. So this is a little demo of using the auger. As you can see, I dug a nice hole there, and then he's just getting the hole clean for me. And my helper today is my husband, Dennis. Now we're going to plant some bulbs. So what we need to do is we're going to be putting some bulb tone in, and then we'll be popping in a bulb. 3 different ones that we're going to do, but we're going to alternate. And I'm just going to show you a demonstration of just one of them. But this is what we're going to plant. This is the Color Carnival Tulip Mix. It's from Holland Bulbs. And then we're going to plant this Double Beauty of Appledorn Darwin Hybrid Tulip. And then lastly, we'll plant the 10 bulbs of the Ballroom Fringe Tulip. So we're going to do those, and I'm going to be doing a little bit more in my raised bed, but let us get to planting these. The first one is the Ballroom Fringe Tulip. An orange tulip that has fringed petals, shades of orange, peach, yellow, and apricot. A late spring bloomer. I alternated with Double Beauty of Appledorn. This one I'm really excited to see. The pictures look gorgeous, so I'm hoping that it will pair well with the other tulips that I put next to it. This one is a double flowering tulip in shades of orange, yellow, and peach. And on the other side, I planted Color Carnival Tulip Mix. A a radiant bicolored double bloom that looks like a mix of yellow and fuchsia. My last planting bed, I planted 50 bulbs in my raised bed. This mix is from C&J Farms as well, and it's a mix of single, double, and parrot tulips that are white, apricot, orange, yellow, and red tulips. I thought it would be fun to grow these in the raised bed and see how they do, and to hopefully use as a cut flower as well. Okay, last of the day. It's been a long day. I'm doing my last 2 raised beds. These are the tulips from Jake, and they're very healthy looking. So I'm going to be planting these, and I've got 2 varieties, but this one of these is a surprise mix. So I'm not sure which is which, but we are going to mix them up in these 2 raised beds and see how they do for the winter. And let's see, how many can I get in each one? There's 25 in each of these bags, so I'm gonna put them pretty close together. Let's do 1 row at a time. And it go 6 to 8 inches. Put some bulb tone in. What you do is you have to make sure the point is up. Here's where the roots are. Point up, and I'm going to have them pretty much almost touching. Okay, and then we just cover them up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some straw in it in a week or so, and then I'm going to put some plastic over it to protect them until the spring, early spring. So next one I'm going to do right next to it. Okay, that's my 2nd row. We'll keep going then. It's close to 80 out here today. It's really, really warm, and looks like I have somebody hiding a peanut. So I have asparagus in one bed, I have garlic in another bed, and tulips in the last 2 beds for spring/summer. So let me finish up that last raised bed, and that's it for today. It will be exciting seeing these spring blooms after a long winter. Make sure you hit the like and comment below which spring bulbs you plant and your favorite. In my next video, I will be digging up and storing my dahlias, so make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell for those videos. I also want to thank my new and those that have been following me on YouTube since February of this year, 2022. Currently at 142 subscribers, and my goal for the year was 250. So make sure you share this channel with your garden friends and nature lovers. My goal is to educate, inspire, and share my love of gardening and nature. In the next month, I will be sharing my successes and failures for my garden of 2022, and then I'll share my plans for my garden of 2023 and my seed hauls for vegetables and flowers. Now I'd like to share that interesting folklore about a falling leaf. Let me know if you've ever heard this folklore. I have not. Enjoy. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening. Bye-bye.